Hello, thank you for tuning into this week's section of readings. Or these readings are valid for whenever you come to them, but this current incarnation. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Ghost Tarot. If I can get it over in the right spot so you can see it. Artwork by David Cossey. Let me get my glasses on to read that one. Cozy, Cozzi, and there's websites in the back here, which I'm not even gonna. I think it's less great. Bleh. Nope, can't speak today, but they're right there. If you're interested in the websites, go for them. There you go. The Oracle cards, Sword of Light Oracle by Radley Valentine, illustrations by Echo Chernick. That's what this box looks like. And there's the website. Where's the website? Here's the websites I found in the book here. So feel free to freeze frame and check anything out there that's interesting to you. I think there's a Radley Valentine one in there, so feel free to check anything out that works in your favor. And last but not least, I use dice, a 22-sided dice, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool, and a 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, and I use a 4-sided dice to choose the element to dictate which suit of the Minor Arcana I'm going to use. It's from the Dice Shop, and the website is mathartfun.com. Hopefully you can see that if you want to. mathartfun.com. All right, with that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Let's get into your reading. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? Okay, I'm trying to wait till we get through all of them before. Because, okay, so I got through all the tarot cards. I'm excited about one of these cards. Well, a couple of them, honestly. I mean, everybody deserves some good times. This might be really good for you. Your card at the bottom, the Hierophant. Your card. So this situation, realistically speaking, within reason, I mean, you know what I mean, as good as it's going to get, the situation should be where you want it, or at least, like, the best I'm expecting it to be. You know what I mean? I'm not expecting perfection. Or maybe you are. I don't know. But it's as good as I can expect it to be is what I'm getting, whatever the situation is. And the question is it going to stay there? Because it looks like it will. Is that the Ten of Pentacles? Hold on. It is. So it's kind of like this situation is where you want it to stay currently. And maybe it can stay there, but how do we move it that way? You can keep what you want here. This started off with the Nine of Cups. Somebody was very much a loner. Somebody you were dealing with. You could also be, but the person we're talking about has loner energy is what I'm getting. Like, whatever the subject was, they worked by themselves, or they did certain things by themselves, or maybe they just lived by themselves. Could be somebody who just lives by themselves, because I keep getting something about a loner. At least a part of this is a loner something. Something that goes on by themselves, some piece of their life. Could be a lot of their life. For some of you, this might be somebody who does literally their shopping by themselves. They don't like to go with other people shopping. It could be one of those. It could be somebody who likes to eat by themselves. Something about a loner factor here. Very self-sufficient. Doesn't have to mean they always do that, but it's something you notice that they like doing it by themselves. It may be at the very least, like if they eat lunch by themselves, for example, they have no problem with that. Some people, it's very difficult for them to eat lunch by themselves. It makes them feel very uncomfortable. So I'm just kind of throwing that out there. This person, good energy between you and them. Good energy. This could go for an upgrade. An upgrade that you would be very happy with, an upgrade of getting that you actually do want and would like. So if you don't want this upgrade, you won't go for it anyway, so I don't see like that being a problem. This is the Eight of Cups reversed. You do not want this to move on. This is not something you want to move on, is what I'm getting. When the Eight of Cups is reversed, I'm getting like, I don't want this to go on to something else. It's kind of like, you know, I got my ham and Swiss sandwich with some mustard on there or whatever. I like this. Or I could have the turkey on rye. I'm like, yeah, that's good, but I want my ham and Swiss. They're both good. I like them both, but I have this. I want this. It's kind of like, no, I don't want to go on to that. I understand that that's good. Yeah, but Taurus, this is bigger. No, I have my ham and Swiss. I want my ham and Swiss. Thank you very much. Somebody else is, this person that you're dealing with, no, it's them, right? Yeah, okay. Can I just get a couple dice? Ace of, or the Queen of Swords, I like that card. Sometimes people give it a bad rap as if, some people, I feel like people give it a negative connotation. I don't think that's fair. They can be a very strong, very biting person if they want to be, but they can be very hospitable and very schmoozing too if they want to be. They're very in control of their communication. High Priestess, and then the Ten of Pentacles reversed. There's something with them that's lacking stability, and I feel like they're coming towards you to change that. So I'm getting the same, that there's this loner aspect, right? Loner aspect, whatever it is. But maybe it's something where, you know what, if you're there, Taurus, I'm okay with that because you don't cause issues for me. So it's like, this might be somebody who's okay eating alone at lunch, for example, because they're like, yeah, but nobody causes me issue. I don't have to hear all this gossip that I can't do anything about anyway. And they're like, you're not really like that, Taurus. If you have something to say, it makes sense, or, you know, it's something that, you know, is not going to be a problem for me. I don't mind that. And they're also kind of like, if I'm doing something and I need to get something done, you seem to be at peace with that. You let me do what I need to do. We can still be right there next to each other, and you're not offended if I have to like answer a couple emails or have to send some text back, or, you know, whatever I need to do. Maybe if I just want to read a book, we can sit next to each other and you're cool, I'm cool. We're not having a problem. You don't try to change the direction they're going. You seem to respect it, and they like that. They're looking to bring more stability. In fact, they're looking at you like, not only are you compatible with this, but it's kind of like we could look out for each other. Like, you know, we could have lunch together, and if somebody comes around and wants to be chatty, we could deflect that. One of us could deflect that, or like whatever this is, they feel like you're compatible and you could help strengthen the connection they have to make it more secure. I feel like you like this. Ooh, well, according to this card, that's exactly what you want anyway. It says prayers have been answered. So maybe this is something you do want. Success, something locking in. This is an upgrade to this situation that I feel like you're very happy with. This is very good, right? So there's definitely a factor coming up, but I feel like it's all about perception. If you see it coming and you know where it actually fits, you're like, oh, okay, that could be fine. If you don't, it could be a problem. Because this is about to start, if it hasn't already, and it's great. It's like, yeah, this is what I want. The thing is, from what I understand with Taurus, you have certain expectations. You want it to stay loyal to you. You want it to stay loyal to the way you started it. You want it to be expected. Expected. You're not looking for any surprises. I know what I got. I know what I want. I want it to stay that way. So this is going exactly where you want. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so this is the flipper. This one card fell out. The release of stress. Does this mean that this is no longer a problem? Does this mean that this no longer causes stress? Worries to the side. I don't know, I'm not. So, like, I got what I want. Does that mean it's locked in? You got the Eight of Swords, which is very peculiar. You got the Emperor and the Eight of Swords backing up this Ten of Wands reversed. Kind of like, this is locked in. This should stay where I want it to stay. I don't feel the stress about it anymore. The Eight of Swords reversed. I keep, like, because usually that's like getting out of a problem, or like kind of like getting free of something that I thought was never going to go away. The reverse of that is kind of like I'm in the position I want to be, and I plan to keep it here, but I still feel like I have more control over it than maybe I actually do. That's kind of the thing with the Eight of Swords too. It's kind of like one of those perception cards. Like, it's not exactly what you think it is. It may feel a certain way, but it may not exactly be the way you think it is. And it's kind of like a heads up card, if you will. So if this happens and this energy merges in with you in some respect, things get fun. But, you know, true to life, things get a little bit more complicated. Things get a little bit more complicated. I don't want to use this analogy, but I don't know why I'm against it, but I guess I'll do it. So, for example, if this was a dating situation, and maybe you were casually seeing this person, or maybe like committed casual, if you follow me, like maybe something like that, where it's like we're just seeing each other, but we're not like going anywhere with it, and then all of a sudden it's upgraded. Like, you know what, maybe I would. So it goes from like a dating to maybe a engagement situation. Just an example. This doesn't have to do with anything with romance. It's just the analogy I'm getting. So you're engaged, blah, blah, blah. And then, all of a sudden, other people are showing up here. And it seems like it's all fun and games at first. People are talking. Oh, the loner wants to be with you. The loner wants to marry you. Well, that's interesting. I'd like to do a different analogy also, if we could. Kind of like if this was a work situation, maybe this is somebody, when it comes to work, they don't like anybody in their space, and they don't want to work with anybody else, but they're like, they approached you and they're like, hey, I'd like to do this project with you, Taurus, and we could do this. And now people around it are going, oh, the loner is willing to work with Taurus? The loner will do projects with Taurus? I wonder if the loner would do projects with me. So whether it's dating or business, other people are like saying, oh, Taurus has a shot? Well, if Taurus has a shot, maybe I have a shot. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the flavor that has. Because it might be like one of those. It might be like that. It might be like that. Take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, be careful of people in their little schmoozing ways. People are kind of like seeing what you have, and they might try to get in the middle of it. Whatever it is coming your way, it seems like it's a person, because it was the Queen of Swords. Be careful to not get sucked into that. Because it's kind of like, you might get into that balance, emotional balance of like, I know this is good, but now that there's these challengers, now that there's these other options, are they really going to want to stay with me? Like, now that all these doors are opening, which I didn't expect this to be a problem, is the person that I thought was going to be, you know, locking in with me, are they going to change their mind and go a different direction? Because it seems like there's a little bit of nervousness coming in, right? Makes sense, but what they're saying might work better here, might give it a shot if you want to, is keep connecting with this person, and then I think of Taurus as methodical. So if this is out of place, I apologize, but like if you have like once or twice a week, twice is better is what I'm getting. So maybe like, you know, the end of Sunday and after work on Friday, just to make it whatever. You touch base with this person and you remind them how happy you are that you're going this direction with them. And if you just keep making that a habit, if it's twice a week, I keep feeling like that's good, because your personality is a certain flavor. I feel like they already expect this type of behavior from you. So like if this seems like it's something you would do, it's already a part of your personality. They would expect something like this. They wouldn't be bothered by it, which I feel like sometimes people are bothered by that type of behavior. This person likes you. They kind of jive with you. So bringing something up like this twice a week at the same time, they actually like that. That actually reminds them of why they're attracted to you, why they want to be around you, why they want to work with you, or whatever it is, why they want to be connected with you. This reminds them why, because you're reliable, predictable, but to them, predictable equals reliable. And I feel like this is good. So, and I know sometimes Taurus gets, I don't know what the word is I want to use here. Sometimes people are down on Taurus because they think you're too predictable. It depends on who you're dealing with. That's not a bad trait. But I feel like I've dealt with some Tauruses and some other earth signs, honestly, where they get, accused of being too predictable. That's who you are. There's no reason. That's who you're supposed to be. That's your flavor. There's nothing wrong. It's kind of like asking a cherry to taste like a piece of ham. Cherry's not supposed to taste like a piece of ham. Like maybe they go together well in certain dishes, but cherries are not supposed to taste like ham, and cherry shouldn't be like, try to be more salty, cherry. Like it's not. I'm just saying if that's happening, because even though other people are coming in and they're saying you can even acknowledge that. I've noticed you've had other opportunities. I've noticed you've had other things. You can make that a weekly conversation. Oh, who else came forward? Oh, wow. Yeah, well, there's a reason I want you, because you're really great. That's why I want you. Business or whatever it is. And just reminding them of that. Someone new is coming in. Is there something else I'm supposed to say with that? Judgment is in your favor. You got the Knight of Fire and you got the Judgment in your favor. Okay, so being predictable, reminding this person that you're predictable. Also highlight, you know what, I've been here the whole time. You can rely on me. Let's remind this person every now and then too why. Maybe it depends on the read. It's a general read, depending how you're taking it. That is your strength. Your reliability, your predictability is your strength. Remember that. Other people are random. Like, I've seen this happen, and maybe it happened because it was supposed to, but I've seen people who, like, they're single, and then once other people find out they're in a relationship, like, people come out of the woodwork that they want to date that person, right? And then that person kind of likes one of these other flavors a little better. And then once that person gets them, they're like, you know what, it was fun for a minute, I gotta move on. So that same person who was in a relationship, hadn't been in a relationship for a long time, was in a relationship, then somebody else said, oh, how about you be with me? And they're like, okay, I think I like that. So they leave the original relationship, go to the second one. Then that second one, the other person's like, you know what, it was good for a minute, I'm done. Then that person's going to end up by themselves. I'm just saying. Like, does this make sense, the ping pong thing going on here? Sometimes people just show that they're interested just to see if they can take something. I'm sorry that that's a thing, but that's literally a thing. People just want to prove that they can take something, that's all. So maybe make them aware of that too, that you're reliable, you're not playing games, what you see is what you get. People are trying to jump in. Just remind them of why you're so valued to them, if you're worried about it. Because I get, like, the history of the situation is going to override the whole thing. This can be a beautiful thing. Queen of Swords again. Queen of Swords again. This person is trying to make the best decision. And there might be a lot of confusion around this situation. People pull games. People play games. You know what I mean? Remind them that you're reliable, but I feel like there's another level to this. If you do that twice a week thing, I feel like not only are you reminding them that you're loyal, that you're reliable, but that, you're constantly getting deeper and deeper connected. That twice a thing, that twice a week thing, adding this twice a week thing, if you're willing to do that, it makes them feel more secure. It makes them feel more safe with that connection they have with you. It builds that even stronger for them. It makes it more valuable to them. Like, I wouldn't want to give that up. I wouldn't want to damage that. I wouldn't want to cause that any harm. I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. It's a beautiful thing. It's worth it. Sometimes people need that physical, obvious reminder, and it makes things better. Because this situation goes to the Ten of Pentacles, and then hopefully it gets there. Like, this is a reading. It depends how it plays out, of course, free will. But like, this can go into a beautiful part of your life where you're very happy with this current situation, and how long it lasts could be a long time. If it's a romance thing, it could go possibly to the end of your life. If it's a work thing, this could last for a good decade or more, even if it's not supposed to. Keep that in mind. Which I feel like with these two together, that's something that you would be happy with. I don't want to do this, but I will. Nerves will get this person to question if they're making the right decision. Nerves will get this person to question if they're making the right decision. Other people, like, there's very manipulative people around this situation, and people will exploit those insecurities this person has. But if you keep going in there and talking to them, you help their energy settle, you help it stay where it wants to be. Once you get into this next level, I don't think this will always be the case, but like, after this moves ahead to the next level, I would say within a year or so, I feel like it'll be very tight. It'll be very ironclad. I don't think you're going to have to worry about it. It's a general read. Take it with a grain of salt. But they're saying while it's in flux, while they're getting, because this upgrade itself is making them nervous. It's making them question if they're doing the right thing. It's making their energy a little unsettled. They're nervous about it. Certain people might jump in and try to exploit that. But if you're reinforcing this and reminding them, it can settle that energy. And again, once you get past that year mark, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Again, this is a general read, I know, but after you get past that year mark, I think you'll be fine. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.